Hi everyone, I'm John Cora, the marketing manager for Jarvis Law Office. I'm here with Miss Hope Spangler, our Chief Vision Officer. And Hope, you have a great amount of knowledge, but there's something that I have trouble with that I've heard around the office, and I need someone with your knowledge to explain it to me. What is a Medicaid crisis?
We use that term in our office. We use it to describe when someone needs care now and they have to figure out how to pay for it. So they're in the midst of we've got to make some quick decisions, and there's going to be a lot of impact. So we need care. We need to figure out where that care should be, and we need to figure out how to pay for it. That's Medicaid crisis.
Okay, so thank you for explaining that to me. What are some situations in which someone might be facing this Medicaid crisis?
It could be parent had a fall, went to the hospital. Hospital is saying, hey, we're going to send mom to the rehab center. And hopefully she's going to be able to regain enough use of her legs and enough of her faculties, because oftentimes something like that can cause more than just physical issues, so that hopefully she'll be able to return home. But things aren't looking all that great. There's been a huge change just from a fall. I'm going to give you two more scenarios.
Okay.
Mom went to the rehab. Everyone thought she'd be able to just go through the therapy and then go home, but something's happening, but not for the good. She's too tired. She can't really participate in therapy. She's not getting better. She's not going to be able to do the same things at home that she used to be able to do. So that plan is now going to have to be adjusted. She's either going to be in the care center for much longer than anticipated, maybe indefinitely. The last situation, and it's one we see oftentimes with Alzheimer's, dementia, someone's had a stroke. There's a change in cognitive or mental status. Person just isn't the same. They're not doing the same things they used to do, or they're not doing them the same way. Or maybe they're just not keeping themselves safe in the same way. They're not making good decisions. People will come, the adult children or the spouse will come to see us and say, things have changed enough that it's not going to be able to go on this way. And so that's also a different type of crisis. We may just be realizing it, but without they've gone out to the hospital or care center.
Okay, appreciate that. That's great explanation. I want to talk a little bit more now about a service that we offer that not a lot of other firms, especially in what we do, but not a lot of other firms offer this, and it is our care navigation, which I know is near and dear to your heart. It's definitely something that you spearheaded with the firm. And I want to talk about examples in which someone might need that.
Sure.
And the first one that comes to mind is, unfortunately, I had to take care of both my parents when they got ill. Both of them were very young when they got sick. And they both had that mindset of, the child takes care of the parent. But I just looked at the calendar and it is 2025. That's not always a reality anymore. So let's say you're in a situation where your parent needs long-term care, or your loved one. It doesn't have to necessarily be your parent, but I like to use that example because I'm in that sandwich generation myself. Let's say your parent needs care, you don't know where to turn, and let's say you live 300 miles away, you're not coming back. What should they do? Is our care navigation a good example of
Absolutely
something they could use?
Absolutely. And so for you at home, our care navigation program is simply a supportive service that we've added that our clients can access. And it includes a licensed social worker who is there to help the family work through many of the different questions or changes that occur as our loved one is going through what is usually a decline in their physical health or their cognitive health or abilities. Our social workers have come from several different types of backgrounds and have wonderful skills in helping to guide family members through what their options are. They work together with the rest of our team. So, with our attorneys who put together the legal plan and our paralegals who help implement that plan. And so, it's really about that care navigator kind of being the guide in heading up the communication with the family, as well as being there to support them, because it's not uncommon for whomever's trying to make the decisions for the person who's having the health change or the status change to be really overwhelmed and confused about what they should be doing, when they should be doing it. Are there other better options? And this guy told me to do X. When I went to do X, that person told me to do Y. And then when I went to do Y, that person told me to do something entirely different. So I don't even know who to believe or who to trust. We hear that from so many people. That's why we feel like our care navigators are just a tremendous centralized way to have someone guiding you through all of these different decisions, who has access to our attorney, our paralegals, but also we try to work with the other professionals involved that your family might be working with. So our care navigator and our attorney, kind of like the quarterback of the team that's there to take care of the things for you.
Wonderful. I've never heard it quite explained like that. So I appreciate that explanation. And I have an example I like to use, and maybe it's not the best, but like I know a lot about cars. And when someone's getting ready to buy a new car, they will often come to me because they feel overwhelmed. So it's almost like trying to research cars, but a long-term care facility, because on the surface, if you don't have that knowledge, it's just going to be overwhelming. Everything's going to look the same. You may not even know what to look for. And sometimes you can be taken by marketing. I mean, I hate to say it, but like Ram vehicles, for instance, are some of the most unreliable on the road. People will still buy those because they have great marketing. Same is true for nursing homes and long-term care facilities.
Absolutely, John. And do you remember the Yugo?
Of course.
Hundreds of thousands of people in the United States bought that car, which literally fell to pieces driving down the road. Great point in that when we're looking at what someone can do, we can help them avoid those pitfalls, the not quite accurate information, or the things that maybe, oh yeah, everyone tries that and it never works, right? You don't have to go through all of that. You can have someone make the path a much straighter and smoother one for you and your family members, and rely on someone who does this literally every day to help make it all clearer and easier to understand for you.
I use this other example, which both Brenda and Megan have gotten on to me for it, but I see they're like a Sherpa. But in a lot of ways they are, because like I said, I've been in this situation myself. I was at home, I was in my mid-30s, so not that long ago, but trying to take care of a parent and trying to make medical decisions. I had no idea what I was doing. And I often say that if I would have had our care navigation services, my quality of life would have been improved so much.
Absolutely.
Because it was me, it was my sister trying to make these decisions. And we made the wrong decisions quite a bit. So it's nice to have a care navigation option for people who are in that situation.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, I've been in long-term care for 22 years here, 14 before that, actually working in the field of long-term care for providers. And, you know, I've been part of mock survey teams. I've been part of, credentialing teams who've been in the nursing homes and the assisted livings, making sure they're doing things the right way. It's like I know their rules. But I'll tell you, when we went through that whole crisis with my dad after he had his stroke, I didn't know all those same things about choosing the right stroke center for him. I also didn't know enough about the different types of treatments post-stroke. And so with all the knowledge that I have, I used our care navigators many times to help me plan, along with my two sisters, what are the better things to do. And one of my sisters has a master's in nursing.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one has, she knows more people than I'll ever know in my lifetime, but literally in long-term care. And the three of us, with all those knowledge and contacts, we still used our care navigators to help us navigate that journey for our dad. And they were a tremendous resource.
I think it's also important to say, because we talked earlier about, let's say you're far from town, or you live 100 miles or several hundred miles away. But even if you're there with your loved one every day, a care navigator may still see things that you don't. And that's also important, because you can get lost in the day-to-day tasks. Or it can even be as simple as a small recommendation. Megan always gives me that story about the bowls, where she had a family, or she worked with a family. The patriarch had a stroke. He was having trouble eating, and she found bowls with suction cups on them for him so that he could eat easier. It can be something as simple as that, or as impactful as helping you find that right facility.
Absolutely. And I think it's just having the second set of eyes who is there to help solve problems, and who isn't in that same personal, emotional place, and doesn't feel the same type of overwhelm, because it's not on their shoulders. It's not happening to their family member. It allows you to have someone who can really remain objective and help evaluate what the choices are, and then give you their recommendations, and then you can make your decision from there, but they can help do the legwork.
And before we close, I do want to get a little personal again. One of the things I think I've been able to articulate a lot since I started working for Jarvis Law Office is that a care navigator can give you your time back, especially when it is the last time with your loved ones. And all my memories really of my mom especially are not positive. So I do have like a lot of recurring dreams about taking care of her. And a care navigator can help make sure that your last memories are positive ones, or at least not of taking care of your loved one. So Hope, with that in mind, what should someone do if they are interested in these services?
Absolutely. You can give us a call or go online and send us an inquiry on our website, and we can set up a meeting with someone like myself and one of our care navigators, so that we can have a conversation and see how we can help improve your situation. I've worked with many families who have chosen to implement that service with us. And I'll tell you, the comment I hear the most is when they make the decision to add that care navigation service to what they're doing, they'll say, I just feel like the weight of the world has been lifted off my shoulders, because there was so much pressure and so much worry around not knowing what to do, not wanting to make a mistake, not doing the wrong thing. And now you have someone who can help you avoid all of those things and help you just do better, make better decisions on behalf of your loved one.
Wonderful. And I do want to add that first call with our firm, that we call it a discovery call, completely free. So call that number on your screen now, or email us at wecare@jarvisfirm.com. Hope, thank you so much for enlightening us about Medicaid crisis and care navigation. And I do want to say, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment in the video below. Be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this. And thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your time, and Hope, I appreciate your time today too.
Thank you very much, John.
Yes, thank you.